I think we got in more of a rhythm. We had more opportunity to drive the ball down the field. Had a couple 3-and-outs that hurt us in the first half. But for the most part, our defense was giving us a short field, so we were only having 4 or 5 play drives. So second half, we actually got in a rhythm, got to drive the ball 85 yards a couple times. So
what was the mindset? You guys got the ball to start the second half. It was, I think, a 2-touchdown game at halftime.
Yeah.
What was the mindset going into that drive, the opening drive?
We knew that if we went out and executed and came out with a good drive and scored, it helped with our momentum because they kind of got a little bit of momentum back late in the first half. So we put a lot of emphasis on going out and scoring that first drive.
It seems like early in the third quarter you kind of found a little bit of a rhythm with Josh and with Jonathan. Just when you talk about how far maybe they've come since they've both new guys, how far they come.
They've done a great job learning the offense and learning the nuances of different routes and progressions and things like that. So I'm comfortable throwing to them, and that's a big thing, having that chemistry.
Did you feel like you were struggling in the first half?
I wouldn't say I was struggling. We had a couple drops that hurt. Couldn't really get in a rhythm just based on the number of plays we had. I think we only had 9 or so plays in the first quarter. So not being able to get in a rhythm never helps. But I don't feel like I was struggling.
How frustrating was it to go 0 for 5 on third down in the first half?
It hurts. And it hurts not being able to keep drives going and then kind of having our hand on third down. So
Why the improvement in the second half on third down?
I think going into halftime, you make adjustments based on what you're seeing and things like that. And I think Coach Jake did a great job of taking what the defense was giving us and really coming up with a good second half game plan.
Justin, there was a lot more kind of check with me at the line of scrimmage. You weren't real fast stuff. Was that just a part of the adjustments at the half? A lot more cat and mouse kind of going on with their defense and your offense?
Yeah, a little bit. Like I just said, I think Coach Jake wanted to get us in the best play possible based on what we were seeing. So that was why we were kind of going back and forth, checking plays and things like that.
Rajion, it seemed like you really saw things or felt things really well, getting upfield quick. Did you feel like that you were able to see things early?
Yes, sir. It just starts up front with the O-line, just opening up, giving me lanes and giving me good, clear reads. So, much praise go to them.
Did you feel like the ground game needed to kind of assert some of their domination in the second half, that you guys kind of want to put it on your back a little bit? You guys seem to run really well. So.
Yes, sir, definitely. In this league, you got to be able to run the ball, and that's something that, Coach Jones, wants to do and preaches to us to do. So, we felt it was coming, and we was ready for the challenge.
Do you feel like you and Marlon have come to be kind of a nice 1-2 punch? It seems like you guys spell each other really well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We enjoy playing with each other, man, and we know at the end what we want. So it's fine.
If both of you guys can address this, just, you see Butch at practice for the Austin Pee Wee and the result last week in Kentucky. Do you expect, or what do you kind of expect, any differences or anything this week leading into Oregon road game?
Well, you'll definitely hear some crowd noise for sure with us going on the road to a phenomenal opponent. He's intense 24/7, so I don't think you'll be seeing too much of a change from Coach Jones. I think he's a pretty level guy in terms of energy and things like that. He brings it 100% every day, so I don't know if you'll see a whole lot of change from him.
Rajion, why do you think the running game was a lot more effective the second half versus the first half?
I just think we got into a little of a rhythm. We got to put some drives together, giving the O-line a little more rhythm, getting the feel of guys, us getting familiar with the reads and different things like that.
Justin, how much more comfortable are you, or can you be, when you have running backs like Rajion and Marlon, and once they get through?
It takes a lot of pressure off me, knowing that 3rd and 4, we can hand the ball off and get a first down or things like that. And it opens up our play action game. I think past 2 games we've had several touchdown passes off of play action that's been set up by our running game.
Justin, can you talk about, Connie was speaking to the fact that, you guys still were able to get the job done even though you didn't have your A game today. Can you elaborate on that a little bit? what it says about the team.
Yeah, a lot of credit to the defense. They really stepped up and stopped a really good offensive team. And we faced a lot of adversity today, and I think that shows that what we do in practice and the off-season workouts and things are starting to pay off, and everybody's really buying into what the coaches are saying. And I think being able to push through trying times like that, it shows a lot about our team.
For either of you guys, have y'all been able to avoid the penalties? When you guys don't get penalized, and at least you haven't so far. What's gone into that?
I think it's just knowing our coaches are going to rip us on the sideline. No, I think it's a huge testament to the way we practice and the mental stamina that we have, knowing what to do each and every play, locking in to every play call, and having a snap and clear mentality if things do go wrong.
How much does today's game help you assess how far you come and where you have to go for next week?
I mean, like you said, we didn't really bring our A game. We had flashes of good and flashes of bad. We just got to progress and knowing the offensive system, being able to execute, and on my part, being able to manage the offense in different situations.
Justin, how often do you think you've had checks, audibles at the line of scrimmage? Is that something you do very often, or usually go with the player?
A lot of my checks that I make or can make are with protections, not necessarily a full play, but I do have free reign to protect myself if need be.
And I know you probably know more when you see the film, but how much of an 8-man box do you think you saw today?
I don't think we saw much of an 8-man box. They did bring their safeties down and play with run support with them. A lot of what we were seeing were 6-man, 7-man boxes, and sometimes 5 with our different personnels in.
What do you remember about the 2010 Oregon game, and how much better prepared are you guys to play their tempo if it comes to that?
I remember us definitely coming out with a great sense of energy. We was actually on a pretty good high, pretty good drive, and then that rain delay kind of set us back. But as far as their tempo, it was unreal. But I think definitely with us incorporating that same tempo and using it in our practices and camp, I think our defense and our whole team would be better prepared for it.
How about the confidence now that you've played this tempo a couple of games?
I mean, it's definitely a confidence booster, but, the real tests are starting to come, and that's where we're really going to be able to take strides and see where we are.
All right, guys, thank you very much.